Forgot to do a fit check last time, and honestly, I was wearing my PJ pants, but now I'm not, so this is a fit check. We did it. We got to week 12. I don't know how I did it. I know how I did it, but it still feels unbelievable. I kind of knew I would get through the 12 weeks this time. And it's very funny because I read the articles and after the week 12 and the Q&A and all that, and it did say that around week 9, week 8, week 9 you would want to quit, and that's around when I quit last time, so it makes sense. It's very on the nose and sometimes, but again, I take it with a grain of salt because where I'm from and my background is different from the author. It's very hard as an author to include all kinds of people, all kinds of backgrounds with one book, or to create something that works for everybody. So I'm aware of all that. I'm just gonna be taking what resonates and leave what does not. And this is not my sentence. This is from Alex Reed Stero on TikTok. But it works. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. This week, I really enjoyed the tasks. I really enjoyed the God jar. There's a ritual. It's a pagan ritual that it's done. I think it's pagan. That's the information that I've received, but it's my fault for not digging deeper into the lore. There's a ritual you do 12 or 13 nights coming up to the winter solstice, and those are, you write a wish and then you burn them, and then the one that is left is your responsibility. That is if you're doing the 13 ones. If you're doing the 12 ones, you just burn them, and the whole point of it is to let it go up to your God, creator, the universe, whatever you believe in, to make your wishes mainly not up to you, but up to the universe to help you fulfill them. So it's kind of the same concept of your fears and worries and desires and everything, or what you think is getting in your way of your desires. Just leave it in this jar. It's no longer your problem. It's gonna be solved. You just don't have to worry about it. And it doesn't work for a lot of people because a lot of people need some accountability and some responsibility in order to get stuff done and stop not blame the world. People with victim mentality, this exercise doesn't work for them. But people who actually is the opposite of victim mentality and they think that everything is their job and their responsibility, sometimes it's important to let go. And this God jar helps with letting go of some things that are beyond your control, and in a way you kind of gain control. So that was very fun to do for someone who likes to have control over things. The exercise that I really liked to do was write down all the creative projects that I really want to do, and I really want to do my album, not the EP that I'm working on, the album that I want to do after. This album is probably one of my best writings, and I wrote it in 2021, 2022, like around then. It was a long time ago, and it keeps becoming longer. I keep pushing it off. Although some of the demos are ready, some of the ideas are ready, the aesthetics are ready, the music videos, visions are ready, everything is done in here. And some of them aren't on paper, I'm just not releasing it. And it's crazy because I do want to release it, but something in my mind is telling me you need to release the EP first. And anybody who's in music management or whatever would tell me, yeah, release the EP first and then see how that works out. And I do know that. But I'm reluctant to release the EP because in a way I'm afraid to release the album, because once I release it, I'll have nothing to look forward to. It's fear of success, yet it's fear of failure. So it's both. And writing it on paper makes it feel real, like I'm gonna do it and it's gonna happen. And the EP is already in motion, which is crazy, and I'm very happy that I'm doing that. I did my morning pages every day this week, and one of my morning pages I started writing my novel. I am a creative who has so many endeavors, so at some point I have to squeeze it in during my morning pages, because I either write what I want to do with my music, or I write what I want to do with my writing, or actually write. And what's funny is that writing session led to me needing to do some research on a bunch of things, whether it's fiction based on this world or you're creating a fantasy world. Either way, you need to learn different government systems, different environmental elements. Whatever you're creating, you need to know about it deeply. And so I need to know a bunch of stuff about politics and geography and history. So I was like, okay, this is cool. This is my artist date. We went to the bookstore and we bought a bunch of politics and a bunch of history books, and then it kind of revived my passion to study. I really like studying. I really like school. I just don't believe in the institution of education anymore. They don't provide what I thought they provide. They don't provide job security. They don't even provide proper education. A lot of things are being censored. Sometimes they're not teaching you anything substantial, and they're leaving it a lot up to you and not up with no guidance. And it's getting to be a lot about clout for the professors rather than actually teaching the students. So besides the politics of academia and how strange it is, I like learning. And I think a lot of us agree that we like learning, or else we wouldn't be playing Hogwarts Legacy and wanting to go to class as a game. So we do like to learn. I have these spurts of wanting to go back to school, but I don't want to deal with the institution. And I'm also very self-aware that I probably can do it on my own. I taught myself English when I was 10 years old. I created a curriculum, I followed it, and here I am speaking English. So I'm pretty sure I can do my own curriculum to learn other topics that I'm curious on. I want to learn literature, I want to learn law, I want to learn science, I want to learn history, I want to learn politics. I want to learn all of that, but I don't want to have to work in those fields. I just want to know. And in this age of very misled, misinformed social media, every piece of information I receive, I need to do research about it. So I feel like as a creator, I do want to take in the responsibility that if I'm talking about any topic, I either need to keep saying disclaimers, I'm not an expert on the topic, or I don't know much, or I cite my sources. That's the least someone giving information online should do. So, what if I make a video series of me doing a course? I'm learning and I'm sharing what I'm learning, and whether the world learns with me or not, I don't know, but it feels right. It feels like the kind of world I like to live in. If it wasn't any of surprise with the aesthetics and my outfit and my books, that I really like the aesthetics of dark academia. And it is beautiful aesthetic, yes, but it doesn't exist in real life until I create it. So I'm thinking, why not create it? Why not create a dark academia world where you actually learn and go deep into topics that are important, and that way we all learn, and that way I fulfill my goal of teaching and doing something meaningful. And it's creativity in a way, and it's discussing creativity, and it's who I am. I like to chat, I like to have meaningful discussions, and I like my art to be political. Art is political, no matter what you do. But if you want to make art, you better know the political impact of your art, the art that you do, or you should know the political existence of you, because you're making the art. So everybody is gonna see it based on how you make it. So I do want to know my history more, and I do want to know my heritage more, and I do want to know everything. I want to know everything. So this is my attempt of trying to know everything. And that will help me shape my music more. But I'm gonna call myself out on this one. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna make music. I'm gonna keep making music. I think my music style will become clearer as I practice it and as I get back at it. So I'm a little rusty, but it's working out. I'm very grateful of this journey. I'm very sad that it's over. I really hope that I get to meet more creatives, because it talks about creating creative circles and people who support each other throughout this journey. I'm definitely gonna reread it again at some point. I'll make sure I won't skip on my morning pages and my artist dates, because it keeps me in check and it keeps me creative. And I won't be harsh on myself if I drop the ball once in a while, but I'll keep creating and I'll keep being myself, and I'll keep being self-aware as much as I can. But yeah, I feel very unblocked. I feel very aware of my art and my surrounding. I also am very aware of my hyper focus and my ADHD that gets bored. So right now I'm hyper focusing on a book that I need to read. So I don't want to read. I don't want to do anything else. But at the same time, I'm not suppressing any creative bursts. So if I know that there's something I need to create, I can put the book down and create that. Or I can tell myself, like, we're doing self-care. Self-care sounds like just doing nothing or just playing, and eventually you'll create, and creating is also fun. Yeah, it's done. This is my last video of the series. This has been super fun, and I'm very, very grateful that I found this book. And whoever's been watching this for 12 weeks, thank you for staying, for keeping up. And if you're watching this years later, I really hope you find this book and you found this book and you start doing this yourself, and hopefully in a few years you use me as an example of creative unblockage, and you get to be inspired by that, and hopefully to create more videos and more art and more beautiful things. But yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you future me for watching this, and I hope you remember that you will always be a creative no matter what you try to do to avoid it. So stop getting desk jobs and get on stage. Just do it. So yeah,